iOS 18 has officially been released and offers several significant changes to what you already know about iOS. Now, while there has been plenty of attention on the main iPhone versions, I want to take a deeper dive into iOS 18 for the iPad and share all the new features that you can access right now. What's going on, guys? My name's Will and welcome to the video. Today we've got something exciting to talk about: Apple's latest software update, iOS 18, specifically for the iPad. Whether you're using iOS 18 already or you're thinking about upgrading, this software update brings a ton of new features to make your iPad experience smoother, more powerful, and more fun. In this video, I'll be diving into everything you need to know about iOS 18 for the iPad, from aesthetic changes to multitasking features and, of course, productivity improvements. Let's start off with the home screen. Apple have added a whole host of new customization options for you to personalize the way things look. You can hold down anywhere on the home screen till the icons start to wiggle, and then you can use these options down at the bottom to switch between dark mode, normal mode, and the new tint mode. This lets you tint the color of the apps to various colors. For example, a common way to do this is to match your icons to the color of your background. You can also change the size of your widgets and place your icons anywhere on the screen without them snapping back to each other. This means for the first time you can leave blank spaces on the home screen. The next change to point out is this option bar on some of Apple's native apps. If you press on this button in the upper left, you'll see the bar now appears across the top. You can see it in use here in the News app, and it will be available in Apple Music and Apple TV Plus in a future update. You can switch between the different options, and if you want, you can switch back to the old view by pressing this little icon on the left. You can also customize the bar. If you press and hold, you can then drag and drop the different categories into the bar. Okay, so now I want to tell you about probably the biggest change to iOS 18 for the iPad, and that's the Calculator app. This has previously been excluded from the iPad, but now it's here and it has its own special features. First, we need to mention that there are several different calculator options here. You've got the normal calculator, a scientific calculator, math notes, and a tool for converting different units, such as currencies, measurements, temperature, and weights. So, for example, you can convert dollars into pounds sterling. You can also see the history of your calculations here on the left. It shows all the previous calculations that you've made, and you can go back and revisit these if you need to. So then we come to the Maths Notes feature, in which you can use the Apple Pencil to handwrite equations or math problems, and the app will automatically solve those problems and give you the answer in your own handwriting. So let's write something simple here, like 2 plus 2. You'll see that it's automatically solved, and the app gives you the answer in your own handwriting, which is really cool. You can do something a bit more complicated, like this: 7 times 8 plus 15, and then in brackets 3 plus 6. And again, you'll see this is solved really quickly. You can also resize the handwriting by using these dots around the sums. Here in the history column on the left, you'll see it's written, and you can copy and paste this or share it, whatever you need. This feature also works in the Notes app. You can write your math problems and it will solve them automatically. So let's again write something: 3 times 13 plus 6. You don't even need the pencil here. You can type these numbers and it will still work. We can also take this one step further too. Let's say you're working on a budget and you need to list and add expenses together. So for example, rent is £1,000, the car is £300, food is £250. Then we can go down and type rent plus car plus food, and it will give you the answer. You will see that it recognizes the items from the list and adds them all up together. Bear in mind as well, this is without Apple's AI, Apple Intelligence. So this feature may even evolve further when they launch Apple Intelligence in the coming months. Okay, so whilst we're on Notes, let's talk about the new formatting features. I'm in a new note here, and if I put a heading of, say, things to do, I can select this text, go to our options, and I can highlight or change the color of this. So if I make this title a heading by choosing heading here on the formatting options, and then I type something underneath, like clean the house and walk the dog, because this top part is a heading, you'll see a little down arrow here which you can use to hide and reveal the items listed underneath. One thing I love about Notes is that it can handle all types of media, and now it can also handle audio recordings, which you can record directly into the Notes app. If you go to the attachment icon at the top, we can record audio and also transcribe it in real time by selecting this icon here. So when I hit record and I start talking, you'll see it transcribes and records simultaneously. Then hit done and it shows it in the note. I already love the Notes app, but these features have made it even better in my opinion. Next on the list is Safari. There's a few updates here that you should know about. So firstly, there's a new menu that gives you some more information about the page. You can also select hide distracting items. If you select something on the web page, you can make it disappear, which is really cool. And you can do this with all types of items all over the web page. You can cancel this here at the top as well, and then get those items back if you need to. Okay, so next up is a really cool feature. So if I bring in another iPad here and make a FaceTime call, you'll see this option to share. So you'll see whatever I do on this iPad, it's shown on the other iPad too. You can change the size of the screen share, make it bigger or smaller, move it around the screen, just like you would do with the video in video feature. What you can also do here is draw on the screen, which is mirrored to the other screen as well. So for example, I could circle an app to help point this out to the other user. Okay, so last but not least, we have the Photos app, which has had a full redesign. We have lots of different options here, different search options, and if we scroll down, we can customize and reorder. We can also add and remove certain albums to customize the app however you want. There's also the pin collections here, which you can add to and reorganize to your liking. iOS 18 seems to be a fairly decent update, with useful new features and a lot more customization for the apps and the home screen. So I think it's definitely worth updating when you get the chance to. Let's also not forget that we're going to get Apple Intelligence features coming in later updates, which will of course need this version of iOS. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more tech reviews and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.